GMOGSportsTV back at y'all with another one. So again, if you guys haven't watched my Tony Harrison versus Jermell Charlo fight breakdown and prediction, go check that out. I just want to give my final thoughts on the fight itself. You know what I'm saying? Based off the last press conference, based off the face-off they did. I have to give much props to BBC. Al Heyman did a great job promoting this fight, building up the fight. I love the face-off. I love the Tony Harrison's a character, bro. Tony Harrison's a character. You know, I really like dude. Really like. I really like his bravado, his aura. He's funny. He's got that Detroit swag about him. I told you, he reminds me of that dude from Martin, man. I mean, not Martin, but a movie called A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Go watch A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. There's a dude that plays one of Martin's ex-girlfriend's brothers. He reminds me of that dude. But anyway, man, this is gonna be a dope fight. And you know, like I said, if you go watch my fight prediction and fight breakdown video of Tony Harrison versus Jermell Charlo 2. But overall, man, you know, I really love the promotion of this fight, the build-up of the fight. I just want to break down some of the things I watched during the face-off and the character breakdown of each of the fighters. Start off with Jermell. Jermell is still bothered by the first loss, right? He's still bothered by it. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. He really does, you know. And you know, it shows, you know, his press conference after he lost the first fight, he went and said on the podium, "I don't like to play video games because I don't like to lose." Right? So who says that? You know? And he was crying. You know, he's 30 years old and he was crying because he lost. You know, you have guys like Canelo Alvarez, 28, 29 years old, younger than Jermell Charlo, younger than Jermell Charlo, with a resume that is arguably the best pound-for-pound resume next to Manny Pacquiao in boxing. You know, over 50 fights, 52 fights. And Canelo's doing this thing. But, you know, my point is Jermell, he has a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room to grow. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to learn to be adaptive. You know, his style, and I've said this in my fight prediction and fight analysis breakdown video, you know, his style is something that's tailor-made for a Tony Harrison. You know, a back foot counter puncher, slick fighter from Detroit. And you have a guy that just wants to basically load up on one shot. Pick his shots, but load up on one right hand. Load up or set up a hook, right? A hook to the body or something like that with a left hook, and then set up the right hand, you know? And the problem with Jermell is that he wears his emotions on his sleeve. So if you get in his head, which Tony Harrison clearly has gotten in his head, his emotions will get the best of him and he will lose that fight, you know? And there was a couple people in my comment section and in my fight prediction breakdown, they were saying, well, you know, they didn't have any animosity towards each other during the first fight. You know what I'm saying? And just a simple fact that when I replied, well, basically, I replied saying, yeah, you're right. It wasn't no animosity towards either one of these guys, right? But this is a situation where Jermell fought Tony Harrison thinking he could just blow right through him and knock him out. That didn't happen. Couldn't catch him, right? Couldn't catch him and he got outboxed. And that's what happens. So, you know, guys like Jermell, they want guys to come towards them. They want guys to just get in their chest so they can just land that one big blow. And as far as the mental edge, like I said before, you know, Tony Harrison is definitely living rent-free in Jermell Charlo's head. Hands down. You already know it. Hands down. So, you know, as far as Tony Harrison is concerned, you know, all Tony Harrison basically has to do is just be Tony Harrison. You know, fight off the back foot, you know, look to counter, and throw jab variations, double and triple the jab, keep that jab going and flowing in front of Jermell Charlo. Make Jermell Charlo frustrated because he's going to try to lunge in with the right hand. Keep him at bay. Keep your distance. Keep your range for you to throw that jab, and you can coast right through the victory, man, and get Jermell frustrated. You know, and that's what is going to happen in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think Jermell's going to get frustrated and just lose the fight. And it's sad because, you know, Jermell is, again, he's mentally just, I'm gonna have to say, he's mentally weak. I'm sorry, he's mentally weak. He's weak. He's a really fragile individual. It's almost like, it's no shade to him. It's just, he just has a lot of feminine, characteristics when it comes to handling adversity. You know, that's why I give props to guys like Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he was raised around his father. He was raised around men to teach you how to live through and conquer adversity. You know, conquer tough situations in your life and bounce back. Not go out and cry and go on the goddamn podium talking about, I don't play video games because I don't like to lose. No, you don't make no excuses. You go and make the corrections you made. Go make the correction you need to do to bounce back and get the W. That's what Jermell's mentality should be, but that's not his mentality at all. You know? So, like I said, the mental edge goes to Tony Harrison, and it's gonna be a great fight, man. I can't wait for the fight. PBC did their thing on this card. It's gonna be a dope fight, dope card as well. I'm also gonna be watching the Danny Jacobs, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight. You know, even though Chavez Jr. is basically, he's a privileged, rich dude, but you know, he basically, he epitomizes what Andy Ruiz did when he became unified champion. You know, got too big for his britches, literally and figuratively. Got too big for his britches. Partied too much, ate too much. Didn't take the fight seriously. Didn't take his career seriously. Didn't take boxing seriously, and he lost that competitive edge. You know what I'm saying? And that's the career of Chavez Jr. Someone who's privileged. Someone who doesn't take boxing seriously, someone who doesn't have the drive or competitive edge. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna still watch the fight because I'm a boxing fan, so it is what it is. So anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts about, my final thoughts of Tony Harrison versus Jermell Charlo. If you're new to the channel, family, please subscribe. You already know what it is. GMOGmedia TV, GMOGSportsTV. That's my main channel, GMOGmedia TV. GMOGSportsTV signing out. Peace.